Welcome back, guys. I'm sorry, this is round 3. I announced round 3 last time because, you know, we were just so excited to get through these matches, but I was just wrong.
This goes so fast.
So we have Michelle Tanner on Rakdos Midrange and Javier Lopez on Mono White Humans.
Yeah, yes, Humans, Rakdos, Midrange. We got action going on here. A very classic Pioneer matchup. Just for clarification, we do double check. It is going to be 6 rounds, and then we got the cut the top 8. So we got lots of magic in store for you guys today. Looks like Javier is going to ship that hand away. Got no lands in it. Can't really do much with that. Michelle looks like might be having an opposite problem. Looks like she got a good number of lands. It's a Swamp, Blood Crypt. No, never mind. There's Shadowblood Ridge, and then looks like I saw Fable, Blood Tithe Harvester, and then a Graveyard Trespasser. So hand's looking pretty good. Oh, and a Shelter too. So good.
That looks like a really good hand in the blind.
Yeah. So definitely solid. So Javier's gonna pile shuffle with some purple sleeves. Let's take a quick look at deck lists while they're shuffling up. Anything notable here? I mean, it looks like got the one of Kithian. Pretty stock standard Mono White Humans list here. Notably, his lands are 16 planes, 4 Mutavaults, and 1 Castle Hardened Veil, so no Ganjos in his 75 here. Sideboard's got the Deafening Silences, Invasion of Dornak, Rally of Ranks, and Intrepid Adversaries, and you got 2 Braves in the side, and then 2 more in the main. Michelle here also looking at also relatively stock standard Rakdos Midrange. So you got the Blood Tithe Harvesters, Broadcaster Giants, Graveyard Trespassers, Croxa, Shelter of the Apocalypse. She's playing one of Beseech the Mirror in the main and one in the side. She's got a Chandra's Hope Beacon and a Chandra's Torch of Defiance. She's playing one of the end. She's got 3 Fables, and then the usual, looks like, you know, removal suite, fatal pushes, go for the throw, fireworks kills. She's got a Lily on the Veil as well. Sideboard, we're looking at, looks like she got 1 Hazard in there. She got that 1 Siege, 2 Invokes. She got 2 Land on the Voids, and then a Ritual Suit. So,
excuse me, Hazard?
Hazard, yeah. Hazard
Gross.
Ooh,
gross.
So good. So, hopefully, get to see that in play, because that one's pretty sweet. It's kind of late game, just discarding your extra lands to deal 2 damage and then beat in with your 5/4 indestructible creatures. Pretty good. It's also not too bad having a 5/4 indestructible blocker.
I'll beseech my blood token and go get Hazard.
Yeah.
Gross.
Javier looks like sitting on 2 lanes here. We got a Coppercoat Vanguard, Giant Killer, Recruitment Officer, Thaler's Lieutenant, 2 planes, and then I believe that was a... What was that one? Brave of the Elements.
Elements.
Yeah, Brave of the Elements is a good one into this matchup. Just kind of naming black and, you know, either negating removal spells or just getting through all of their creatures is pretty good, except for Bone Crusher. Drawing Brutal Cathar here. Gonna be pretty good here. Plains, no turn 1 play here from Javier. Let's see, shall draw Blood Crypt here and follow up with a Blood Tithe Harvester. Make a blood. Drawing, looks like that's a Thalia, I believe. I'm going to do Thalia here. Yep, I'm going to slam Thalia. Make those spells cost a little more. This turn 3 Fable that Michelle's probably looking to play is probably turning into a turn 3 Graveyard Trespasser instead, so that's okay. But Michelle's having a sweet curve here. She's going to sack and just kill this. Okay, maybe she's just looking to cast Fable.
I really like that play.
Yeah. I know, she's just going to Graveyard Trespasser, eat it away, gain a little bit of life. See if Javier draws a land here to Brutal Cathar away from that
Steven, he is not allowed to exile face down. That has to be face up. Have him fix that, please. Exiles are not face down for any reason unless the card states it. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. This is kind of a good bait here, too, because Javier can untap. If he draws land, plays Brutal Cathar, which he's not going to. He just did not draw a land, so...
What do you value here more? The Copper Vanguard or the... What was the other thing in his hand? He has another 2-drop besides Lieutenant.
He's got another Coppercore Vanguard.
Oh, that's what
so
it is.
double Coppercore Vanguard here would be pretty big game. I think Michelle's probably just going to slam Shelter it here. If Javier just doesn't draw another land, then this game can get out of hand pretty quickly. She's going to lead off with a Thoughtseize, take a peek, see what's going on.
Probably taking that Brutal Cathar. Because Brutal Cathar takes everything.
Yeah. It's like, excuse me, can I just take a gander, please? Take a look-see. Get a sweet look at Michelle's sweet sunglasses. She's going to do a little right-seas. Yeah, so Michelle here probably thinking, if he draws a land, Brutal Cathar is Brutal. Double Copper Corp Vanguard is pretty solid, but that Trespasser will help you to kind of stave off some damage. Brave the Elements at this point isn't super relevant because he's only sitting on 2 lands. Giant Killer also kills Sheldred, but you know, comes as a backup. I think Brutal Cathar is a little bit more powerful than Giant Killer.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. Cathar is really gross.
It also depends on what if she's reliant on him drawing land, and he does have a lot of options to play stuff next turn. I mean, he has a 2-drop next turn he can play. He either has Vanguard or he has Thalia's Lieutenant. So he's got options for either of those.
Do we prioritize the Copper Vanguard so that we have the ward triggers up because they see each other, or do we prioritize the Thalia's Lieutenant?
I think Thalia's Lieutenant is arguably stronger. I think with Michelle's hand, she doesn't care about ward right now because she doesn't have anything that targets. So it doesn't really matter if his creatures have ward because, I mean, even if they did, most of her removal spells cost. I mean, she's 4 fatal pushes. They cost 1 normally. So just making them cost 1 to kill one of the Copper Gold, 1 extra that costs one of the Copper Gold Vanguards is fine, or cost 2 for something else that you care about. But, you know, it's kind of like, do I want to take the Giant Killer, make you use your Brutal Cathar, and then be able to jam? Yeah, so she's going to take Giant Killer here. Clearing the way for Sheldred, making him use that Brutal Cathar next turn if he just draw a land, so Sheldred will get on the board and then just kind of do whatever she wants. And she's going to exile that as well, gain some more life.
Yeah, she should be at, what, 20? Because she lost 2 for Thoughtseize and gained back up to 20.
Yeah. Yeah, she's currently 20.
Pretty good opening.
Yeah, so not too bad. She does still have her land for turn, which means she can land Fable here. Let's see if she wants to hold. Just gonna do some shaking. Do your shaky shake.
Oh, that's Urborg, right?
Yeah, she got Urborg. Let's see if she probably just jam Urborg here. As soon as she hits the 4, she's pretty much just good to go.
I mean, Fable's just really strong here, right? Like,
yeah,
you play your turn, and then if I don't have what I need for your turn, I'm digging for it. Like, it just seems strong.
Yeah, and I mean, she's sitting on land Sheldred right now, so being able to ditch that extra blood crypt that she doesn't need at this point.
Is this a bait to get Brutal Card to come out to get rid of the token?
Possibly. I mean, you know, it's either Brutal Cathar the token or Brutal Cathar the Graveyard Trespasser, because Graveyard Trespasser's already gained her 3 life at this point, so that's already pretty decent. We'll see how he wants to play. See if he's actually worried about that or not.
We don't want to discard though, right? We if we discard these cards, like, we kind of need everything in our hand.
Yeah, but it's also like Graveyard Trespasser is also just doing a lot of work.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Trespasser is very, very good.
Yeah,
very
so
good.
Getting that off the board is definitely solid because every single one of her removal spells essentially turns into gain of life as well. But he might be following up with the Thalia's Lieutenant here, making his Vanguard a little bit bigger. I don't know, he's just gonna play the second Vanguard, still making Vanguards bigger in terms of power and getting all of his.
We do have the Brave the Elements still in hand, right?
Yeah, Brave the Elements is still in his hand. So you can do some damage here. You know, I think just blocking here is a good choice. It's just like
it gets the Brave Elements out of the hand if they don't want to trade.
Yeah.
Oh, we're trading.
It's like, okay, sweet, I'll take it.
It's a good trade for Michelle because it's a Trespasser.
See what's going on here. I think maybe Javier might be waiting until nighttime rolls around. He plays Brutal Cathar.
To take 2.
Yeah, just to take the 2 right away. She's gonna discard 2 lands here. Don't need any of those.
Yeah,
draw some 2
we're
cards.
digging for a removal spell.
Ooh, still draw double land here. That's kind of brutal. Still got a pretty good amount of options. She can still also attack for 3 here and then gain another life, which is pretty big game against this aggro mono white deck, which is what she's gonna do. She's gonna swing in, gonna exile that again, exile all of your creatures, gain some life. This Graveyard Trespasser here is going the distance.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it's a menace. it's been just slot face.
Yeah. I mean, 3/3 for 3 gains your life. It's not bad at all.
I mean, ward discard card is nothing to ignore. Like it becomes very, very aggressive as the game progresses for just attrition.
Yeah, it's like she's just gonna slam Sheldred and just say, "You have to play Brutal Cathar next turn."
I mean, you're at 11.
Yeah.
Play removal spell.
That's also pretty good.
Oh, obfuscation is actually very good. We don't have a land, so we can't do both.
Yeah. I think you still just slam Brutal Cathar here. She knows about Brutal Cathar, but doesn't know about the ossification, so you can kind of save that for later on. But let's see how Javier decides he wants to play it. He's just going to go for ossification here. Oh, okay. So again, do I want to rummage away this blood token? He did draw a Takenuma, so that's going to be pretty good.
Michelle did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's huge.
That's her other land. But she's thinking, do I want to save this? Nah, she's just going to pitch the Takenuma. And right now, it only gets back Blood Tithe Harvester.
It gains you 2 more life. The shoulder trigger off the draw.
Yeah, it gains you 2 more life.
Yeah.
So that's also helps. Let's see if we can try to take a peek at what she drew. So this
she
this
didn't give us an
ossification
opportunity.
dized.
She didn't give us an opportunity. What does it look like? Thoughtseize. Oh, Thoughtseiz's so good.
Yeah,
Thoughtseize the
that's
Brutal
gonna be
Cathar.
sweet here. Yeah, with Javier only sitting on 2 Brave the Elements, and that's it.
Yeah, Brave the Elements is not going to do much to Thoughtseize.
Yeah, ossification is going to kind of hang out because
Yeah, we'll get our
Red Black
2
doesn't have a whole lot of interactions and enchantments, unsurprisingly. So
beat the Swarm, and I don't think it's worth it.
no.
Oh, and
Yeah.
that Extract the Truth.
Yeah, just like flip my Fable token, flip to the Reflection.
Yeah, we're about to ride that copy Graveyard Trespasser for victory here.
Yeah, she's got that Thoughtseize. What else she got in there? Let's see if we can take a peek. Sees.
Yeah, I like sitting this
Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize.
Ooh, that's at the end. That's big here. That's sweet.
Yeah, I'm taking Brutal Cathar.
Yeah, just take Brutal Cathar.
Unless she wants to end it, right? Is that maybe what we're... Yeah, oh, no, we don't want to mess with that.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
because
'cause
if he
if
draws
he-
a land next turn,
Well, he
then
takes
can
Fable,
Brutal Cathar.
it comes back on the front side when it re-enters.
Yeah, but I mean, if he draws a Brave the Elements, then that's rough.
Yeah, you're right.
The attack, exile.
Man, already down.
Oh, yeah.
So we go to 5, right? 8 off the trigger and then 3 damage. It's 5? Yeah,
Yeah.
jeez.
And then now her just not casting a spell next turn, if she draws a Fatal Push here, then, looking good.
Very good, because you just copy Fable. Game should be over unless he, he's forced to block.
Yeah.
Or activate the Mutable.
Right. It's going to draw a 4th land here. It's not going to do a whole lot. I mean, he can activate Mutavault, Thalia's Lieutenant.
Hold up, Brave the Elements?
Hold up. Nah, not hold up.
Nah, this game looks over. Because we have the activation on the
Yeah, it looks like he might
Fable.
be thinking about... Yeah, he's just going to slam Thalia's Lieutenant to kind of do the thing. He's going to respond. The end. For this. Yep.
And that's...
Exile. There's my Brave the Elements. Do you mind if I take a gander? Let's take a little peek, see what you're working with. It's like, oh wow, Mono White Humans. I would have never guessed. Is the 3rd Copical Gander and the 4th one, easy peasy. Because one's already in exile from earlier.
2, because he just exiled one.
What?
There's
Oh,
2
yeah.
already exiled.
Yes. Well, now there's 4 exiles.
Yeah.
So. Taking a little peek, just seeing what else is in there. It's like, okay, this is humans. Pretty stock standard. Let's just get rid of those Vanguards. Don't have to worry about it. That means that just the Mutavault's going to get a token here.
Which is not good.
Yeah.
We essentially only have the Thalia's Lieutenant to block. So next turn we're gonna have the Trespasser probably being copied and swinging with 2/3/3s.
Yeah.
Into a Thalia's Lieutenant.
Yep. Into that lonely little 1/1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's all to say that she doesn't top deck a Fatal Push right now.
Yeah.
Fatal Push or another form of removal is game.
Yeah. It's like, okay, Thalia's Lieutenant resolves.
Yeah.
Trigger. Counters. Smack you in the face for 3?
Oh, we're not swinging.
Why not? It's gonna not become a creature at the end of turn anyway.
I mean, you're right.
You might as well jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, that's fine. Can't do anything about it. I'm not gonna block with this Reflection token, so. Untap. Thalia's Lieutenant, holding back the fortress here. So let's see, draw. I didn't see what that was.
It looked like a land. It looked like a swamp.
Yeah. Make a token copy. Ditto! Best card token copy. Love it. Love it. You love to see it. Mixing of the card games. She's gonna exile her own trespasser.
I don't hate that.
Blood type harvester.
Oh, that's game. If she does the she has another creature?
No, she's no.
Oh, we're off by 1.
Yeah.
Dang, that was almost
okay.
game. It would have been game if we had another creature.
Tax. Beats. Block one of them.
Yeah, block it on.
Block that one. That one's not the Ditto.
We are officially at 1, chat.
Two. Ooh, Bankbuster. Okay, sweet. This Ditto runs away. And pass. Yeah, so now Javier's kind of stuck in this position here. It's like, I've got a Brave the Elements, and then this. What is that here?
Oh, no Lieutenant? Nope.
Oh.
Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay.
That's not doing nothing.
No. Yeah, play that. I mean, he can block 2 creatures next turn.
He can. He can block
that's
the
like
original
fine.
Trespasser and then the other one with Luminarch.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also getting 2 cards here. We're going to get a card for the Bankbuster at end step,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to get a card for turn. It's kind of important.
Yeah.
Notable here is we can't Brave the Elements and activate Mutavault. And block.
Yeah. I think it's so fun because any creature actually just helps the show a lot. I think she do double land here, though, so not really helping too much, but just going to make a token copy of Trespasser here. And it still kind of puts him in a rough spot. Exile your...
Oh, that's game.
Oh, yeah, there's a Lieutenant. Yeah, he had
The
the
Lieutenant
bottom
of Guild.
Perfect. Easy peasy. There we go. All right, so we got... Take a big see at some sideboard options here. Michelle's got 1 Abrade, 1 Beseech the Mirror, 1 Dampening Sphere, 2 Duress, 2 Extinction Events, 1 Go Blank, 1 Hazoret, 2 Invoke Despair, 2 Leyline of the Voids, 1 Rending Volley, and 1 Ritual Soot. So we got a couple good options. Ritual Soot is, kills his entire deck. There's nothing that is in Javier's 75 that doesn't die to Ritual of Soot. Rending Volley also just kills everything besides Mutavault. Let's see. I mean, Evoke Devourer is a little bit expensive. A Braves if she wants some extra removal spells. Extinction Events definitely also a very good one here. You can kind of choose odds and get rid of all of the 1-drops and 3-drops, which is Brutal Cathar, Adeline, Recruitment Officer, and Dauntless Bodyguard. So definitely solid. Also, Hazard's not a bad option here. She's a 5/4 beater that also is just indestructible and just is not a black creature card, so that the Brave the Elements doesn't just automatically just kind of kill her if she doesn't have a Bone Crusher.
His board is a little interesting. 3 portable holes. I would like to see those come in. I'm not sure if I want the other 2 Brave the Elements to come in or not, because Michelle was pretty aggressive in both directions. He also has 3 Intrepid Adversaries. Like, Intrepid Adversary could be pretty gross, too, as the games grind out, because these games are known to be a little grindy.
Yeah, I think you want to bring in the Brave the Elements here, 100%.
You do?
Yeah, because being able to negate any of the removal spells that Michelle will be playing, since she just has such a huge amount of them, especially post-side, she can have even more. She does kind of switch over to a more board wipey plan, in theory, in this matchup.
With Extinction Events.
Yeah, but there's no reason for you to not keep Fatal Pushes, in, and then having a Braid, too, for those spot removal to kill off the key pieces that you don't want to see. So
I kind of want to see this Intrepid Adversary come in, because his lifelink? What's the keyword on Intrepid Adversary? I know it does the Anthem effect when it enters, you pump, but does it have a keyword? I want to say it's lifelink.
It does have, I believe it's a 2-mana 3/1 lifelink, and then it does make your board bigger. If
So
quote
lifelink,
unquote kick it.
Lifelink in this matchup is a little important because you are grinding really hard, and a connect will kind of offset that Graveyard Trespasser exile or having like a runaway Shieldred.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to see those Intrepids come in just for the grindy aspect.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously a single Intrepid getting kicked is pretty substantial.
Yeah. So you got Castle Ardenvale. Javier also sent on all out of lands. Double Thalia's Lieutenant, Thalia, Plains, Dauntless Bodyguard, Castle Ardenvale.
My hand's okay.
This is pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, starting off with Bodyguard's kind of an awkward 1-drop, but you do have Kithian, so you can start off with Kithian and then play Thalia's Lieutenant, and it's like, woof.
And then another Thalia's Lieutenant following.
Yeah, sitting on the exact opposite, kind of like the reactionary hand. Looks like I got 4 lands. I saw a Sheldred, a Bone Crusher Giant, and then I believe a Power Word Kill.
Ooh.
So definitely a lot of good removal spells hanging out in there.
Javier
I'm
sent the
gonna
back.
ship it though. Um, just watching some shuffling here.
Javier making sure he gets a good shuffle here. He did not like that first 7. A little interesting putting that 7 back because double Thalia's Lieutenant with Thalia and the Kithian is pretty aggressive. But I think because he only had 2 lands, he's a little nervous about this matchup because that's what kind of got him last matchup, was not being able to cast multiple spells to go wide big enough to, fend Michelle's Graveyard Trespasser off. That Trespasser did a lot. Looking at Trespasser just in general with Ward discard a card, it's kind of difficult to deal with Trespasser in general, like going down card advantage when this is a grindy attrition matchup. This other hand, we looking at like 3 planes. We got an add-on. He's putting a planes back. Little surprised by that. Maybe he's got 4 planes or a Mutavault. I can't tell. Maybe he's got the Mutavault. Oh, he's got the Mutavault. Okay, so we have the double planes, Mutavault, Adeline, the Hopeful Initiate. Initiate starts can be pretty strong. There's a second Mutavault. A second Mutavault, it's also pretty strong with that Adeline. Maybe we escort the Hopeful Initiate, or we just swing. Looks like we're just swinging. I think we're gonna hold that escort for Adeline, which Adeline is disgusting in this matchup. She's very quick to run away with games. Got Castle Ardenvale and another plane. No, just another plane. It's not Art Castle. I think we're slamming Adeline here. No? Activating Mutavault? A little confused by that. I would like to have slammed Adeline here. Maybe he's wanting the 4 lands out to play Adeline and the escort in the same turn. It just feels a little weird that we wouldn't try to run that out. Oh, okay, power word kill. It's pretty big. His hand shaped pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Adeline, escort, Mutavault, planes. Drew another Mutavault, drew another planes.
Right. Yeah, maybe he's looking to back up the Adeline with a Dauntless Bodyguard next turn, just to kind of keep C's. But Michelle's sitting on a grip of removal spells.
Yeah.
Rending Volley, Bone Crusher, Giant. Was there another power word kill in her hand as well? That is what is that? Oh, that's a Go for the Throat. A Go for the Throat as well.
And she also has a Sheoldred in her hand.
And Sheoldred. It's like, oh my gosh.
Okay, here comes that 4th land. It's gonna be planes, Mutavault with another Mutavault in hand. But we're definitely looking to play Adeline into Escort. What we don't know is that Adeline's probably going to get tagged before that Escort comes down.
I don't think any Hoppy Escorts are going to be long for this world.
Nope.
Adeline. 1 mana, Rending Volley, your Adeline. Oof. Dauntless Bodyguard. In response. I was just going to go for the throater here.
Yeah, and then we're probably going to Rending Volley the Escort and just wipe the field. Maybe I don't know.
Not care about it. She does have Bone Crusher, so she can just Bone Crusher it.
No, get that out of here. Get that out of here.
For you.
Get that out of here. We have a Luminarch Aspirant in hand, so this is looking really good for Michelle. Michelle plays this patiently. She's got a really aggressive turn. She leaves 2 mana up for that Bone Crusher. Javier, slam Sheoldred. Yeah. Of course we know what's in his hands.
Yeah.
But I like the Bone Crusher and Luminarch Aspirant pretty well. That Sheoldred's like, it's impactful. It's a clock now, right? Michelle just sits there, and you can control what he puts on the field with the rest of the removal in your hand. You can control, the whole tempo of the game by the life loss and gain. But that, the giant killer killing Sheoldred, that's an unfortunate for Michelle. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. There goes the Plains and the Mutavault to activate. We're going to swing. Michelle's going to go to 15. Extinction Event is a little interesting here because Michelle is still trying to control this board, which, you know, we got these two Mutavaults, right? However, we also don't know what's coming in the hand, so we're probably going to hold that Extinction Event. Maybe play the third land so she can go crush and then play. No, she's going to hold the Crusher for removal. Probably pretty good removal, too, because it's going to remove the Mutavault. Or one of the Mutavaults. What are we doing, Javier? What are we doing? We have I did not see what Javier drew for turn. Oh, this is just the Aspirant, or we draw the land? Yeah, we drew a Plains. Looks like we're gonna cast that Luminarch Aspirant. Looks like we're probably gonna enter combat and we're probably gonna activate the Mutavaults. Thing is, Michelle's got a Bone Crusher in hand. That Bone Crusher being in hand when Javier goes to activate that Mutavault and target it with the Luminarch Aspirant, it's going to get... Oh, no, we're just going to cast the Giant Killer? That's interesting. I'm looking at this Mutavault play, but he is not interested in it. It's probably for the better, though, because Michelle has this Bone Crusher, right? So, when we do the Mutavault play, you get Bone Crush, come to turn, cast a Bone Crusher. It's kind of hard to deal with it. So there it is, activate Mutavault with the other Mutavault. We're going to move to combat. We're going to target beginning of combat, and we're targeting the Mutavault. Michelle is going to respond. Here's the Bone Crusher play we were talking about. She's going to go ahead and Bone Crush that Mutavault in response. Send that Bone Crusher on an adventure.
I'll try this.
And then Javier just played the Luminarch Aspirant and the Giant Killer, so we don't have a combat step.
It's typically between games.
So here goes Michelle. She's drawing for turn. Looks like a... Was that a Takenuma? It is a Takenuma. So she's got an Extinction Event and a Takenuma. The Extinction Event is not as good as it could be right here because, you know, we have odds and evens. Probably looking at casting that Bone Crusher. Yep, there's the casting of the Bone Crusher. That's real good. You know, Bone Crusher in this matchup is brutal. 4/3. You target it, you have to lose, you know, 2 life. Just attrition round. It's gross how accurate that can be. As you know, time progresses with that 2 from targeting. But he drew a third Mutavault. A third Mutavault was drawn. Wow. That's not a good top deck for Javier in this situation. He's been getting 2-for-1 ran over quite a bit. Do we take the 2 damage for targeting the Bone Crusher? From the Giant Killer.
Yes. Maybe.
Believe so. I believe it says spell or an ability. No, nope. Target of a spell, so we don't.
It's alright.
It's only when it's a spell. So that's pretty good that we tap down with the Giant Killer, and now we're activating both Mutavaults. We're going to attempt to place the counter on... are we in combat? I believe so.
Combat?
I think we're attempting to move to combat. Alright, so we did target, and now we are swinging.
I was like, okay. That happens. I'll take the 3.
Javier has no cards in hand. That's pretty notable. We just need to draw a removal piece for this Giant Killer, and as I said that, bam, there's the Fatal Push. We also have that Takenuma. I'm liking the move to your turn in your upkeep, or even on my turn now. Just Fatal Push in the Giant Killer, making you answer the Bone Crusher. If you answer the Bone Crusher and it's not an exile effect, I'm going to Takenuma it back.
Yeah.
Which is another form of removal and another castable 4/3. She went to target Zach, the Mutavault with Luminarch Aspirant, and got Bone Crushed.
Yes.
Very big move.
Yeah. Yeah, Extinction Event also here too. I mean, 4 mana exile 1 Luminarch Aspirant feels kind of bad, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and actually you might be looking to do that here. Jam the 4 here, and then Extinction Event on evens. Don't really want to exile my Bone Crusher Giant.
I mean, I don't hate this play from Michelle. Does she loses her Shieldred from that too, or is it just target player? Because her shoulder is also even.
I believe it's just on the board.
It is on the board.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the other one that does the board and the graveyard. So it looks like we're
Untap.
moving to upkeep. We draw a
Ossification. That's a brutal one
pretty
here.
good.
Gonna stick in a little bit of extra damage. I mean, the push is gonna be pretty handy here. Getting rid of that 3/3 Mutavault, saving off a little bit of damage over the next coming turns. Getting Michelle to draw something. I mean, I believe she also has some Beseech the Mirror in her hand.
Yeah.
So that gives her a lot of options here. So,
Activate target the Bone
it's gonna
Crusher.
tap. Okay.
Feels bad.
It's like, sure. We'll tap a Rooney. Maybe he's saving that ossification for something he feels is a little bit more important.
Or he's just going to be aggressive with both Mutavaults.
Yeah.
You know, here goes the 3/3 probably. Yeah. There's the Fatal Push on the 3/3.
Mm-hmm.
That feels bad. But we're still getting damage through, and we have the tap down of the Giant Killer, which, you know, that's what we wanted to use the Fatal Push for, but kind of can't when there's a 3/3 Mutavault.
Drawing another land here. It's kind of rough. Sitting with Takaduma and Shadowblood Ridge, and then who I believe is Beseech. So
What do you like here more? Do you like beseeching and going and getting the card and just holding on to it, or do you like just passing with Takanuma? Because we already have a shoulder in the graveyard.
I mean, Beseeching for Bone Crusher here is sweet. Because you can Bone Crusher the Giant Killer. Like, you still have enough mana to Beseech plus play the Bone Crusher Giant. Being able to kill the Giant Killer, and then leaving up a blocker for the Beatable. So
I kind of like this Channel Takanuma here to get shoulder back, just to make him have to have another answer to it, which ironically he does with his ossification hand. Michelle doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But I feel like Michelle's trying to be the most efficient she can with what she's being given.
yeah.
That's why I asked what you felt about that, because it's interesting. Like, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of options here. I mean, Javier's looking in a good spot here still. I mean, with Copper Code Vanguard coming on the battlefield, making everything deal a little bit more damage. It's going to be sweet for the Mutavault, because the big problem with the other Mutavault was that it was trading with Bone Crusher Giant.
Correct. Being a 3/3. Correct.
Yeah, with being a 3/3. So now, like, this other Mutavault also now trading with Bone Crusher is like, oh my gosh, like...
Yeah, it's a little brutal.
We'll see how he wants to play. You got a couple options.
We're going to channel. Maybe she's trying to hit it at Bone Crusher. That'd be gas. Straight up gas.
Yeah, right.
Bone
Just natty millet. It's
Bone
like, wow.
Crusher.
Bloodtooth Harvester, Urborg, and a Blood Crypt. So we got two options: Bloodtooth Harvester and Sheldred. Probably just get Sheldred. Yeah, Sheldred's pretty sweet. It's a pretty good magic card. You know, unbeknownst to her, she does have the ossification.
I'm not gonna lie though, Zach. The Bloodtooth Harvester into beseeching the blood token seems too sweet.
Yeah,
It seems too sweet. I'm sorry. Like that. Maybe I'm being a little greedy, but that play seemed a little gas.
yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be ye old Sheldred with the million lines of Phyrexian text.
And we're gonna trigger to 16. Did not see what we drew for turn.
Everybody gets one.
We're looking to obfuscation her away immediately.
Thalia's Lieutenant.
Ugh.
Oof. Gross. Gross. Yeah, Sheldred. Not the Bone Crusher Giant.
Interesting here though is we can't do everything. But what we can do, activate Mutavault with itself, Thalia's Lieutenant, so it at least gets the count.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing that. Interesting.
Well, just gonna slam Thalia's Lieutenant.
No cards in hand. Yeah. I don't know if I would have done that. I feel like since I have no cards in hand, I feel like I want to get that counter on the Mutavault.
Yeah.
You know, it seems just the most efficient with what's going on. Maybe he just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it does hang out in your lands. Sometimes you just, you know, unless you're like, oh, I'm activating this to attack with it, you don't think to activate it to be able to just put counters on it.
Yeah.
Trying to bypass that for the turn.
Well, and you also,
Draw second Sheldred. Okay.
oh, that's gross.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean,
We're probably just gonna see her slam that this turn. I don't think she's looking to just beseech into nothing.
we're not swinging, so
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, I don't think she can afford to swing here. Sheldred.
Gross.
Javier's like, really? Come on, I just dealt with one of those. Can we not do that, please?
14. Michelle's like, I just want to untap with the Shieldred. Please let me untap with this Shieldred.
Just let me gain some life, please. Have his draw. Brave the elements. Okay.
That's really good.
Yeah, she's got a good mix of creatures right now, though. And he can't, it's not like he can't activate Mutavault to also like sneak in damage with Mutavault at this point, since Mutavault is not a white creature.
She doesn't have great blocks though, because she will be losing the Bone Crusher if she blocks from the Brave the Elements.
Yeah, well, it depends on what she
Blocks with, correct.
Yeah, like I mean, if he attacks with Thalia's Lieutenant here, then you know she can eat that for free. But it's also like you're just taking more damage. Like, do you want to get something off of the board that's more relevant, or would you rather take more damage? So,
You know, we just talked about putting that counter on the Mutavault. That would have been very important right here.
yeah, it would have been much bigger game. So he's gonna activate here.
Because if I'm this, right? If I'm Michelle, I'm blocking Mutavault with Shoulder Red.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets the pump, but it doesn't have the counter.
Yeah.
So what are we banking on for dealing more damage?
Yeah.
Or maybe Javier isn't swinging. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he thought about it and now he's changed his mind. Well, I think we'll see.
I mean, there's some options here of, you know, Brave the Elementing on black and then not attacking with Mutavault. So that both your Vanguard and your Giant Killer both will trade with Bone Crusher. It's gonna swing in with just Coppercoat Vanguard. No, thinking. How many of my creatures do I want to attack with? Math is for blockers. Okay, he's gonna tap to tap Sheldon. Not for... Okay, would you like to trade my Coppercoat Vanguard for your Bone Crusher Giant? Into that nice red zone.
So the answer to my question here would be no. I'm gonna let it. I don't know if I want to trade because I got Shoulder Red.
Yeah, I think trading here is fine with that, just because it's adding a lot of damage to the board.
It does.
It was adding 3 damage to the board.
You're not wrong. It
inside
does.
itself.
It does add quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Can we gain 2 here? Sweet.
it's a little note that that counter not being on Mutavault was huge because he couldn't effectively swing with it.
Oh, she drew another land here, so she's still got that Besiege, so she's got a couple of options here for besieging. She wants to do here. Doing some quick tippity taps of the lands, doing some quick math.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind casting Besiege, going and getting another Bone Crusher. And then maybe just firing off the Bone Crusher on the Thalia's Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Because he's tapped.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point you're probably... I mean, you know, Giant Killer has been kind of annoying, but it hasn't really been doing a whole
Well, it's out of range of the...
It's out of range of Bone Crusher now, yeah. I mean, you can still get push with it, so you can still push it. You can still... well, I think she only has a 1 Rending Volley, so she can't, like, Rending Volley.
Shout out to Michelle's
Besiege.
beautiful Extended Art Full Besiege Mirror. I may or may not have gave her that for today. Oh, what do we get in Michelle?
You know, Pixies.
Is that an Invoke Despair?
That is an Invoke Despair.
Oh my goodness. We don't have mana for that, or
No,
disgusting with
unfortunately
Shoulder Red.
not.
Oh my goodness.
Ritual of Soot is sweet here. It kills both of his creatures. So she did bring that in, which is going to be pretty big.
Dude, we go get Lily?
Nah, Lily's fine. Ritual of Soot kills both of his creatures. Yeah, kills Giant Killer and Thalia's Lieutenant, so kind of a good old 2-1 punch here. Yeah, just gonna... The Ritual of Soot. There's so much soot in here. Oh, gosh.
And then, are we swinging here?
Yeah.
I mean, puts him to 10, puts him to 8.
Yeah, I think 12 is pretty healthy with him only having Mutavault on the play. Like, if we're able to attack next turn.
I like this, right? Going to 8. He's going to go to 10 and then upkeep 8.
Yeah.
Seems really good position for Michelle. She's kind of just piloted this pretty great.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been anything that she's even questioned herself really doing. Like, she's been actually pretty fluent this. Cast Ardenvale's not going to do it.
No. No, it allows you to save blocks for a couple of turns.
Chump
I
block,
guess,
but we can't chump block that upkeep.
Yeah, you're not really looking to do that in your aggro deck, so
we can't chump block the upkeep.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially, Javier has 4 turns here. You know, other, you know, spells from Michelle aside.
Unless she top decks Invoke Despair.
Yes, yeah,
That is game.
yeah.
he will be forced to activate Mutavault so that he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Because he will take two, and then take 2 of the upkeep if he activates Mutavault. If he doesn't, he's straight up dome for 6, and then he loses 2 of the upkeep.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was just unfortunate that she didn't see another land for that. That would have been hot.
Yeah.
Sack your creature, you lose 4, I gain 4.
Yeah.
Draw 2 cards,
Okay,
like
for you.
gross.
Just gonna main phase activate Castle Arden Veil. Maybe he's waiting. No.
I don't know what's going on. It's a little interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think the turning point for this game was that second shoulder top deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Sheldon is really good into aggro decks when you get to stabilize and then just start gaining life every turn. It's like, really? Like, really? You were almost at the dead, and now you're at 14. This is unjust. He's sheltered. That's Sheldon. Come on. Michelle, what'd you draw?
I can't tell
nice
you there.
nice and close. She's like, yes, this card is my card. Take a little peek. So I can't do that. Activate Mutavault. Mood box. Okay.
I don't mind that.
Yeah. Blooddeath Harvester.
Ew. That's a good top deck.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
That's a good top deck because that blood token could be very useful.
Yeah.
Either another Beseech.
Yeah. Let's see, Javier is going down to 6, drawing a card, drawing a Coppercoat Vanguard.
He's on a clock with this blood type now.
Yeah.
That Brave the Elements just lost a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, sure, she can still have, or he can still brave her for black, but it's 14-6, and we're about to go to 16.
Yeah. Yeah, I needed to draw another, like a Brutal Cathar, another Ossification here to get that shelter off the board a lot
Brutal
earlier.
Cathar would have been really disgusting here.
It would have been brutal.
Yeah, it would have been very good. I'm gonna remove your Brutal Cathar to get my shoulder back. No, Brave the Elements. That would have
No
been
way.
pretty gross.
It's like, oh my gosh. It's been a really good game, though, here.
It has.
Kind of back and forth here, I think. Kind of thinking, yeah, he's just going to scoop it up. It's like, yeah, I don't think there's anything I could do. Yeah, he's got 3 more turns at the minimum. And that's just not going to do it here. So it looks like Michelle's going to take it. She's going to check. Oh, there's the Brutal Cathar, of course. It's always a turn late. Always a turn late. But yeah, some pretty good games here. For Michelle showing up with the Rakdos Midrange, and then Javier with the Mono-White Humans. I think we're going to be going into round 4 here pretty soon. So we got 2 more rounds in our cut to top 8. So we got 6 rounds total today. So hopefully we get some more sweet games like this one that we got. That was awesome.
Yeah, Michelle just piled that beautifully. Michelle has a lot of experience on this deck. She's played against humans with this deck a lot. But you know what? That doesn't take anything away from how she played that. She played that very well.
Yeah. Sweet showing for both. So we'll
That's going to do it. We'll catch you guys back now in round 4. Thanks.
yeah, we'll see you then.